Catching Cobra's really tough, you know. And Cobra's up to something that could be I Joe.
Cobra! They're getting away in the COBRA FERRET. COBRA FERRET. Other figures and equipment sold separately from Hasbro.
Coming up on Crossfire Collectibles, the G.I. Joe Classified Series, number 119, COBRA Ferret Scout and COBRA Ferret ATV, deluxe figure and vehicle set. Stick around. What's up and welcome to Crossfire Collectibles. Today's video, we're going to be unboxing and reviewing the G.I. Joe Classified Series number 119, COBRA Ferret Scout and COBRA Ferret ATV figure and vehicle set. So, I've been waiting for this and finally it has arrived. So here you have it, and this is the box. So first we'll take a look at our little cover picture here, and we got kind of like a Mayan pyramid in the background. You got two ferrets with scout drivers. Here you see the windowed packaging with the Ferret Scout, Cobra, G.I. Joe. Take a look at the side. QR code, 119. There's the Scout's face. A few stats right here for you. Bottom UPC, a bunch of other crap. And a nice side arch picture of the Ferret Scout and 119. Flip around to the back. Figure stands at 5.9 inches. You see she comes with a helmet, knife, and a pair of pistols. There's the ferret. A couple stats again, some close-ups of some exterior of the ferret here. And you got your engine, seat, front gun. Very cool. Top, Cobra 119. Spin this around. So now, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and pop this open. But first, please subscribe to the channel. Alright, so this has finally arrived. I know myself, like a lot of you, I really could not wait for this thing, and it's finally here. A few people got it early, but you know me, living on the East Coast, it took probably 3 days. It actually arrived today, but I'm getting around to it a little later in the day, but we are getting it done. It's pretty hot out, you know, we got like 101 temperature, so it kind of sucks. But we got this, and that has made our day. Pretty interesting weekend coming up, so this is going to be one of a few things we're going to do, so make sure you tune in and stick around and see what we got coming, because this is just the opener. Alright, so first here's our accessory box. All black box, Cobra logo, 119, Cobra Ferret Scout and Cobra Ferret ATV, 119. Stick it off to the side while we show you the insides of the packaging. Here's your ferret right here, main chassis. You got 4 wheels, and then your Scout and her little plastic dungeon. And I thought that was interesting. They went with the females, the Scout. That works. You see the weapons, the helmet. So pretty neat. So we're gonna go ahead and get this stuff popped out, and we're gonna go over the Scout first. So here's the knife. Basic black knife, nothing fancy. Little details on the handle, but it's pretty much it. Pair of pistols. Pop these out. So they're both the same. Try to get a shot of a single one up close. Got some details on the slide, the upper part of the grip. Pretty nice looking. You got a hole at the front of the barrel for a blast effect. And that is the same for both pistols. Good stuff. Now, something new, and we actually get kind of like a dirt bike helmet. So as you can see, it's all black. It's got the blue trim, you know, around the visor and mouthpiece. And then the white on top, you know, kind of almost like a snake skull. So that's pretty cool. A couple of fangs coming down, and then little markings in the front, might be the split tongue, you know. But pretty neat. And then we'll go ahead and pop out the figure. So here is the Ferret Scout. As you can see, she's got like a basic Cobra Trooper, you know, outfit. But this is a gray, kind of two-tone gray. You have a lighter and a darker. She got some blue in her forearm pads, some on the chest plate, knee pads, and boots. And then you have black also in there, you know, as well as her mask. She's got this one arm strap. The belt is not connected, neither is the drop thigh holster. And she also has a boot sheath, you know, for the knife. So pretty cool. So it doesn't look like the this little chest guard is attached to the figure itself, but it's all one piece. So you'd have to disassemble the figure to take it off or cut it off. And I'm not going to bother with either of those because it's staying on the figure. So look her, pretty nice. Get a close up of that face. Nice detail around the eyes. So let's go over the articulation. Head's on a ball joint. Can move around side to side. Can go forward and backward. And it can rotate a full 360. The arms, let me see, they can go up. This one doesn't want to go up high at all. Try this side. Nope. So the arms can only come up to about here. There is butterfly joints. And it can rotate 360. You have bicep swivel. Double jointed pinless elbows. Down to the wrist. You have that hinge peg, so it can rotate full 360. You can maneuver that down or up. And down to the gloves, all black, trigger finger, hand guard. Yeah, your typical classified figure. It's the same for the left hand, so down and up. Around to the torso, can't really tell what's underneath there, but there is a little bit of a midsection rotation. Down to the waist, and the waist has some swivel. It also has some revolving rotations. Down to the thighs, you have your drop leg. Leg can move forward that far. You can go to the side that far, and can go back about that far. One thing I'm noticing also before we get any further is that the butt is actually like a soft plastic. So I think that's pretty neat. There is thigh rotation, double jointed pinless knees, calf rotation, and down to the ankles, you have that hinge to allow the foot to go forward that far, up that far, and there's a side-to-side pivot. So really cool. Now get these pieces slid back up, and we're gonna go start to gear her up before we get to the ferret. So she's got the one drop leg holster on her right thigh. So we'll give her one pistol right here. And then she has another holster on her belt to where you can pop the other pistol in right there. Then we'll grab our knife, and it'll just go down to the boot sheath right there. And now the movement I want to see is the helmet in person. So we'll bring that in and pop that helmet on just like that. And it looks pretty cool. I think it was an interesting take that they actually went with a more, you know, motorcycle dirt bike style helmet. So it looks cool. It works, I think. So pretty happy with it. All right, so we're gonna put her off to the side for a few. See how well she stands. Seems to be holding okay. We're gonna go with the accessory box last, but now we're gonna go ahead and cut this chassis out. So slice those straps, get that out, put it aside for a moment, and I want to get these tires off. Got all that popped, and got our wheels out. And we'll go ahead and get rid of this, but first we'll show off the back. You got that nice Cobra logo in red, and there's some more Cobra logos off to the corners. So that's pretty cool. Get that out of here. And we're gonna put these tires to the back and show off one. So nice rubber tire. Peg to snap it in. You got PNR23 COBRA ATV, and there's your tread. Pretty neat. And so we got, I guess this will be your left side and your right side, or you could flip them vice versa. I'm looking at the box, and these would be the lefts and these the rights, so we'll keep them right there. You also have this little instruction booklet. Open it up, shows you how everything snaps on. And to the back, the helmet, of course. Very cool. And then we're gonna go over the chassis itself and look this over. And this looks great. I love the blue that they used. You know, it's like a perfect look. A little bit of detail on the engine in there, not much. I think that should be like a separate piece, and you know, you'd be able to assemble it like you did with the old vintage Ferret. So looking around, the front gun is already on here. And then you have your little rack on the back here. You got no step, X02, Coupe 7, ATV, Semper Fidelis Serpens, ATV. So I guess you could say this is might be part of the His-Tank crew. Caution exhaust. It'd be really nice if these taillights lit up. I think that'd be awesome. And this looks like there's some shocks in there. So that's awesome. In the front and back. Too cool. We're gonna go ahead and pop these wheels on. So first we're gonna start with the front right. And snap one. Go to the back. Snap two. That's the opposite side. Pop that one on. And pop that one on. And there we go. Nice rolling action. See, it's got that little bounce with the shocks. Very cool. Looks good too. Alright, so move that to the side. Now we'll go ahead and open our accessory box. Dump this out and see what we got inside. Just one single bag. And empty out the contents. So first up we got, looks like our grill here. Pretty neat. You see the area where the cable would be, but obviously there's no cables on this, which kind of sucks. I was hoping it would actually be able to, you know, come out and be able to pull something. Here's a little protective piece at the front of it, along with a hook on there. So it's all attached, so they're not separate pieces. Again, kind of a bummer. We take out this little cardboard piece, and here you have the side cannon. So pretty neat. Got the hole here so you can plug it in, and looks like there's a small hole in the front, so you probably could add a blast effect to this. I may do that. All right, now you have your little side pieces that you would plug your little weird missiles into. So you see each side, little detail on the top. And it's got these ridges. You get one for the left and right side. And then you get your two missiles here. That always made no sense to me. I mean, what is this, like a double-sided rocket? You could either shoot it behind you or in front of you. I don't know. I don't think any real-life rockets would work like that. But regardless, you get two. And here they are. Very reminiscent to the OG. Alright, so here's your little piece, you know, for your side gun. So you see it's almost got like a little claw right here, and then a little peg on the back. So bring out the gun, and we'll just plug this right to the bottom of it, like that. And then make sure that that little claw is faced this way, so when you pop it on, you know, you can just do something like that, and then this should be able to move around. Which side are we going to put it on yet? I don't know. The box shows it, you know, on the right side of the Ferret. You put it on the left, either one. If you want to go OG, you know, you're going to have it on the left side. If you want to do the new way, you put it on the right. Next up, you have your handlebars. So you have this piece all red. You got a little metallic silver in there, the black handlebars. And then you have your little screen right here. It almost looks like a radar, something on there. Like it's picking something up. Looks like there would be, that could be an Easter egg, because that kind of looks like a moray hydrofoil. But, who knew? But still cool. And now we're gonna go ahead and bring our ferret back out, and we'll start putting everything on. Alright, so first we're gonna start with our grill. So we'll take these pieces right here. You're gonna slide this little bar into that. So that way these two pieces go through, and then you got our top pieces. And then you're gonna bring it over to the front and just line them all up and plug them on into place. Pretty simple. Then we'll bring in our handlebars and just pop that right on in, like that. And then we're gonna bring in our little rocket holders. So the smaller ends are gonna plug in while the longer ends are out. So you come right down to this piece right here and snap these in. They're pretty tight, but just give it a little pressure and they'll pop right in. And we'll get this side. That went in a little bit easier than our other side. But there you go, they're on. Bring in our little missiles. And plug on that side. They're very tight. And then we'll get them on this side. And for our gun, we're gonna go ahead and do it old school and snap it on, I guess, to our left side right here. Put it over a little more, see how it moves around. Pretty neat. All right, so before we get to anything else, we're gonna go ahead and bring in a vintage ferret just to do a little side-by-side comparison. So here's the OG along with the new one. As you can see, the blues are very close in color, you know, almost identical. The reds are a little off. The newer, you know, classified version has a bit of a darker red, while the older has a more lighter, kind of almost fluorescent, but not quite. I see a few minor details that aren't the same. You know, of course, you don't have that cord like the original one had. I think that was the gasoline port right here, if I remember right. You just, you know, plug it into your turret room and pop it right on in right there. Come around to the back. Little exhaust pipes are the same. You know, some differences, but I mean, overall, you know, you get the idea. It's supposed to be the same. But I kind of like this better, how you had separate pieces that you had to, you know, form together instead of all just one solid piece for the chassis, because I think that would have looked better, you know, if you saw a little bit of space, you know, through the actual frame and then to the engine. But it works. Give you a quick front view, like that. And then we're gonna go ahead and get our vintage ferret out of here. Now it's time to put on the Scout and see how it looks together. So get her into a pose and see how she sits onto it. Thought about trying this with some other figures, but for this first round, I'm gonna go with just the Scout. You know, we still have the Tiger Paw coming, you know, with wreckage, so we're actually having a male to try with that. And I don't know about you guys, if you picked up more than one ferret. I actually had 2 ordered, but I'm only, you know, opening the one now. So if I decide the other at a later date, maybe I will. But for now, just one. We're gonna go ahead and get her on it. Let me see, I gotta bend them legs at the other joints there to get her more positioned and down. A little bit of space in there, but looks all right, I guess. Now you could do like the box art and have her, you know, holding the gun off, you know, shooting to the side, which might not be a bad idea. So I'm actually gonna do something like that. So we'll go ahead and get a pistol out and have her holding one of them. So get that arm up. have her something like that. So I think that works. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and throw her up onto the turntable and we'll give you some final thoughts.
G.I. Joe will return after these messages.
Be sure to check out our previous videos. A link will always be pinned in the comments.
Now back to G.I. Joe.
All right, so here you have it. The G.I. Joe Classified Series number 119, Cobra Ferret Scout and Cobra Ferret ATV figure and vehicle set. Very cool. Super happy to have this now. I was very excited to get it, as I know a lot of other collectors were. And this looks great. I think it looks fantastic. The detail on it's phenomenal. I love the shocks, you know, the wheels. Really brings back the old school Ferret. You saw the comparisons. There's quite a few similarities, a few new add-ons, but you know, it's expected. We get the Cobra Scout now, which is a totally new figure, and they give you a female, which I think is also pretty cool. I love the colors. I think it really pops. It looks great. That helmet, that's like a fantastic design, whoever did that, especially with the giant snake. Maybe it's just an anaconda skull, I'm not sure, but really cool. I think there'd be more teeth though if it was an anaconda. But anyways, I think everything looks good on the Ferret itself. My only issue is probably, you know, the frame going over that engine. I still think it should be a separate piece, and you should still see some, you should be able to see some light from the other side. You know, there's something to get through it, not just have all one piece. It's kind of, I guess it's kind of lazy in my opinion, but overall it looks good. The figure's great. I do have an issue with the figure, and that's just the upper arms. The arms don't want to go up that high. But apart from that, I think the figure is awesome. So overall, this is a really good set. Glad I got it. I think the price range might be just a little bit above more than what it should have been. 60 bucks a piece, you know, maybe come down maybe 10 bucks. I think that'd have been more worth it. Just because, you know, I think that the Ferret, they could have did more to it for what they did. You know, just the one piece, it's hollow. I think the majority of the money that they used probably went into the shocks on the actual vehicle itself, and that's not saying too much, but overall, I think it looks good, and it's a great buy. You know, pick yours up if you haven't, and it's definitely cool. But anyways, that's going to do it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed what you saw. If you did, please, like always, leave that giant thumbs up, subscribe, tickle that bell so you're notified when we post future videos. Tune in, we got more stuff coming this weekend. I'd love to have you stop by and take a look, and be sure to follow us on social media. We'll see you in the next one. Peace. Right.